Okay, Earth signs. Hello, welcome to your daily focus tarot. Happy Sunday. For you today, we have Three of Swords and Five of Pentacles, and what you should focus on. Now, the Five of Pentacles, this talks about poverty in terms of having ill health, in terms of spiritual poverty, like really feeling isolated from communities, particularly spiritual communities. It's a lack mindset, a victim mindset. And Five of Cups is a clarifier on it. I'll get to why we're focusing on Five of Pentacles in a minute. So Five of Cups, this is also a card. Fives are cards of tensions, they're cards of strife, but it's tension that gets you to look at something and make a change. So Five of Cups, they call it the card of spilling over cracked milk. You see this particular Five of Cups, the higher self or the hermit in this case, is standing and is kind of like at an angle away from what's in the unconscious, what's in the spiritual here, with the water here. There's something in there, there's something, sorry for the jiggliness of my phone, there's something reaching for a fish. So there's something that's hungry for some form of sustenance in there. There's something in your unconscious that is trying to reach you and trying to get you to look at it, but you're kind of, backed off away from it. And this particular Five of Cups, you're not, like other Five of Cups, you're not focused on the two cups that are upright, that aren't spilled, and you're not particularly focused on the three that are spilled either. So you're kind of in this in-between place with the past and the present, with what happened that was a negative and what can happen is a positive. You're not quite sure. You're looking at this. And the reason we're focusing on this Five of Pentacles is because you have this lack mindset, and for some reason it's coming up. And it's coming back to sort of haunt you. It's in your unconscious here, right? That you have this mindset, and it could be preventing you from moving forward in some way. So if you don't deal with it, what happens? You continue to be in lack. You continue to attract lack. You continue to attract spiritual poverty. You continue to attract more negative thoughts. So it's good to examine this, and it's good to examine why this is in your unconscious. Why is this lack mindset? Why is this spiritual lack in your unconscious? Why is it coming up now? It's that hunger. Why is that hunger coming up now for you? And what is it signifying in your life? What is it talking about? We have one more clarifier for that, and that is Eight of Cups. And this does sometimes denote working towards a spiritual goal. It sometimes denotes working towards a goal that's aligned with your values, that's in harmony with your values. A very personal goal that puts you in the flow of life. It puts you at a higher perspective, a higher viewpoint in your life. And you'll notice this figure, all these cups are upright here. They're on solid ground, but this figure is ignoring them too. They're sticking to the path. Now the other card that came out for you, Three of Swords, this is quite obviously a card of heartbreak and being stabbed in the heart, so betrayal. but you'll notice that this is a keyhole. So this Three of Hearts, this betrayal, this feeling of heartbreak, and having your heart put on display as being broken. This is what leads you into opening a new doorway. This is the beginning of something new. Because you experienced this, you now have the opportunity to start something new, to gain wisdom from this. Now, the Ten of Wands, this is also something ending and beginning, because it's a 1 and a 0, it's a 10. So this talks about carrying a lot of burdens in terms of, like, the wand is a symbol of who you are on all levels, combined into one symbol. So it talks about your physical, it talks about your soul, it talks about your mental, your emotional, all being put into one. And these aren't necessarily burdens that were yours to carry. They were put onto you by other people. And you can see they've been carrying them down this road for a really long time. You're getting ready to drop these burdens because of this heartbreak, because of this betrayal. It's now the door that it's opening is allowing you to drop these burdens, to move on with a lighter load, with a happier load, because you see the Fool underneath it. He's only got one wand, and it's carrying his hobo bag, right? The Fool, this talks about taking a leap of faith. This is the 0 card. It's the beginning card, but it's also the ending card, because it's a 0, and a circle has no end and no beginning, right? It has no start and it has no end, but most people think of this as the start, right? So this is harvesting with the mistletoe here, loyalty to yourself, and taking that to go off the cliff, to leave the solid ground, to have that leap of faith in your new beginning. And this new beginning with all this green and this brown, it's healing for you. You look at this heartbreak and you might think, oh, woe is me. I'm never going to get over it. This was the worst thing possible that could have happened to me. You look at it in that negative light, but it's not necessarily negative. It opens the door for you to drop the burdens and have the new beginning and have the new journey. This new journey that frees you up. You notice the Fool is looking up at the sky. He's not looking down like in the 5 of Pentacles. He's not as stressed. He's not as worried. He doesn't have a lot. He just has that little hobo bag and that sprig of mistletoe, right? He's got the clothes on him, and he's even got less clothes than they do. But you see, he's got faith. He's got hope. He's got that inner knowing within himself, and he's freed up. He's no longer carrying all these wands on his back that are breaking his back, that are harming him. So this heartbreak, it may hit you pretty hard. It may seem like the worst thing ever, but ultimately it's going to free you up. It's going to be better for you. And what's hidden from you at the bottom of the Ethereal Visions, we have Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, Chariot. So Chariot is about willpower. It's about drawing the sun behind you, making your own destiny, your own fate. Three of Cups is about destiny. It's about the thread of gold through the community, through life, through the soul's passages, through time, and a victory and a celebration, and sometimes about collaboration, but celebration. Nine of Pentacles is about satisfaction, being able to look back and be satisfied with what you've harvested, with what you've done. Just look at this satisfaction on her face. She is perfectly happy and content. She's got all she could need right there. And the Wheel of Fortune, this is about changing things. And you'll notice there's not only a keyhole right here framing him in the doorway as he's stepping out of it, but there's a second sort of keyhole that really frames the wheel that he's holding, the wheel that steers, the wheel that turns and changes things. And the second keyhole, it's a giant heart, right? It's a giant heart shape. So that's really going to change something in your life for you in regards to your burdens. It's going to free you up, even though it seems like a negative thing, this heartbreak. At the bottom of the Druid craft, okay, Ten of Cups, card of fulfillment, spiritual and emotional fulfillment. You see the happy family and the rainbow there. Ace of Swords, a breakthrough in thinking, clarity, a small change, a small way of thinking differently, having a huge rippling out effect in your life. And Five of Swords, this card, it talks about, like that Three of Swords, it talks about betrayal. It talks about somebody who felt I was looking at something there for a second. I thought there was a correlation between the cards and the way the swords were in the images, but there's not. So Five of Swords, it talks about somebody like feeling really entitled, really just winning at all costs, ends justify the means. I don't care who it hurts. I'm gonna win because this is my right. So they betray the people around them. They cause all this misfortune. They cause all this pain because that's their mentality. That's their thinking. That's the Five of Swords card. So whatever situation or whoever the Five of Swords is referring to, there's a clarity, and then there's happiness. There's a clarity that brings a change, that brings a breakthrough, a new beginning, and then there's happiness. So on the surface it seems like a negative reading, but it's really not. It's actually a good reading in the long term because it's good for you to recognize this and to deal with it, and then to drop these burdens, to get away from this person who's like, I have to win at all costs, to get away from that negative situation. It's worth it. To get out of lack mindset, even the hobo has, even the fool has a bag with goodies. He has a dog with him. he has his hope, he has his spirit, his faith. To get out of lack mindset, one of the best things to do, I was telling water signs, is to practice gratitude. Getting up in the morning and saying, I'm grateful for these 5 things. I'm grateful for these 3 things, these 4 things, whatever. And throughout the day being like, I'm grateful for this. It helps you take notice of the things that you do have and bring more of those things into your life when you experience gratitude for them and you show them love, and stop focusing on the negative. Because you focus on the negative, you'll have more of the negative. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.